Hello, citizens of the internet. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the most of Databricks Learning Festival, which is going on live between 20th November to 15 December. So we have 7 days, roughly 7 days. We have 8 days left, and I just wanted to give you enough information so you can make the most of it. 2 days ago, I had posted a kind of intro into what this festival is about, what are the courses you can take. But now I'm going to dive deep into how exactly you can navigate your way through the Databricks Academy, Custom Academy, and watch with me step by step. So, what is it actually? Databricks Festival, 20th to November. You would be able to earn one of the 5,000 certification vouchers for Grab, which provide you a 50% off any Databricks certification. All right, so you have two ways to go about this, which is one, role based. You could look at specific courses that suits your interest and your role. For example, if you're a data analyst, you would go to the data analyst learning plan and try to complete the modules in that particular learning plan. And if you're a data engineer, there are two options: the associate level, which is the data engineering learning plan, and the advanced level, which is for more advanced practitioners, called the Advanced Data Engineering Databricks. Now, this is learning plan or role oriented learning. Now, what you could also do is do certification oriented upskilling during this time. And let me show you this nice little picture. So, what are the certificates available in Databricks? For data analysts at the fundamental level, well, everybody at the fundamental level has to have an overall knowledge of the Lakehouse, Databricks Lakehouse platform. So that is the entry level course for each and every of the certification. At level 2, we have for the data analyst associate certification, and for the data engineer, we have two more levels, which is data engineer associate and data engineer professional. So now if you want to go through the certification route, the path is also similar, but I just wanted to lay it out. Who is this for and at what level you must be to take these courses? I would say that don't just go and gorge yourself on all the different modules. This is very necessary that you only focus on your interest, your roles, and your goal, which is one of these certification based on where you are at. So we also have the Apache Spark developer related modules. This is not going to be available. I'll come to that shortly. Platform administrator, which is a platform agnostic version, and platform architect, which is a platform oriented version. I'll let you know why this is the difference. Come back here. So what are the learning plans that we have access to? We have the DE plan, the DA plan, the DE advanced plan, the ML plan, the ML advanced, and the platform administrator, which is the platform agnostic learning plan version. But if you're actually working in any of the cloud specific version, for example, my intention is to learn Databricks from perspective that I want to be really good at Azure Databricks, which is Microsoft's cloud version of Databricks. So if you're already working or working towards one of these platform specific Databricks, you would go into this, or platform agnostic, you will go towards the platform administrator learning plan. Let's now dive into how do I actually get access to this. So just go into Google and search for Databricks Learning Festival. You will be guided to this page. This page exists on the Databricks community, which is the community forum that you can create a free account and talk to other learners and other Databricks community members. So when you go here, you have two options: partners, if your company is already partnering and using Databricks, or customers and prospects. So I'm an independent learner, so I use the customers and prospects to create a free account on the Databricks community and get access to all these learning plans. So I intend to do, my goal is to do the data engineering learning plan. So let me show you how the academy looks for. So I have logged into my customer academy. this is what it would look like, customeracademy.databricks.com. And let me show you, this is where things can get a little bit chaotic, and I want you to guide you through this process and make the most of 7 days left in the festival. Again, I want to stress that don't just go and gorge yourself on all the modules, not knowing what to do. You can get a voucher on completion of any one of these learning plans. So even if you complete 2, 3, you still get only one voucher at the end of the festival, which will be issued 1 or 2 weeks after the festival closes down. So don't gorge yourself unnecessarily or without any aim here and there and taking all kinds of modules. No, I'll tell you exactly how to go about this. Now, I'm speaking from the perspective of my own goal, which is data engineer, but I will also talk briefly into what is available for a data analyst. So what you got to do is go into home and course catalog. So here you can see all the different courses, which is instructor led, free. These are all paid courses which are not free during the festival, and public courses which are the individual courses in the learning plan. So skip past through all of that and directly come to the learning plan. So Databricks Academy catalog, public, for non-customers, non-partners only. This is what I use because I'm an independent learner. If you are logging through a partner login, you would be having a different kind of login. This is where you need to focus, where it corresponds to the giveaway, which is which learning plans would make you eligible to win one of the vouchers. And here is where you access those corresponding learning plans. Let's look at the data analyst learning plan. Now, there are 2 things you need to be aware of. For each and every learning plan, there is a prerequisite. There is also a necessity of the kind of environment you need, either some courses that you must have taken before or an environment that you might only a specific environment, which is DBR, that this particular lab exercises in the learning plan would be able to you would be able to open it up in. Let's look at data analyst learning plan. So data analyst learning plan, each and every learning plan is laid out really well, and it is easy to understand. Data analyst is basically the fundamental level where you are exposed to one of the components of the entire database lakehouse ecosystem, which is you will get to do data analysis with Databricks SQL, the product that is most often used by data analysts. And in this learning plan, there are 3 things. You'll have the modules, which will cover the learning content to teach you at an overview level, a certificate overview course, which will teach you which kind of questions you can expect on the exam, some sample questions, and how do you prepare yourself, and then the overview of the associate exam. Here you have actually some sample exams. So I'm not going to go through the data analyst learning plan. I'll leave it to your own devices to go through. But as you can see here, just like I showed you, each and every certification oriented learning plan has a fundamental prerequisite, and the fundamental prerequisite being the Databricks Lakehouse Fundamentals accreditation, which is the base level. Now, let's move on to Databricks Data Engineering Learning Plan, which is where I have registered myself and which is where my focus is on because I'm learning it for Azure Databricks. Go back to the course catalog. I have registered it, but I'm just showing you how to get access to this. So data engineers or aspiring data engineers and future data engineers, this is the learning plan you need. It actually it's a set of 5 courses spanning 25 hours, and you have multiple things to do. The 5 courses is spread across, as I showed you before, both the associate level and the advanced level. So these badges kind of give you an idea. You start with the Lakehouse Fundamentals, which is the prerequisite for any of these learning plans. You go on to the Data Engineering Associate certificate related modules. I'll come to that in shortly. And the Data Engineering Professional modules. So let me break it down for you. The Databricks Certified Data Engineering Associate certification has this module, which is called Data Engineering with Databricks, Again, you have the certification overview that guides you how you can crack the exam, what kind of questions to expect, and some sample questions in the third one. So you do have to do all of these modules to complete the entire learning plan, which would make you, which would qualify you to earn one of the 50% discount vouchers. The Databricks certified professional certification is one level up, and it has, so I'm going to distinguish between certification and course. Course is the component in the specific learning plan for that particular role that will help you understand the product and its application as a DE, as a practitioner DE. So the certification to prepare for the advanced professional certification that I just showed you with the 3 stars here, the corresponding module would be advanced data engineering, certification overview. Again, these two, I will just do it at the end. The main content is in these courses. Now let's take a look at what exactly the different modules are in one of these courses. So I have enrolled for the Databricks engineering associate data engineer associate learning plan, and I'll show you what the modules in this particular plan looks like. So going to my courses, this is a really good opportunity. If you've already lost a couple of weeks, fret not, it's easy to cover given you have some time dedicated. So I have this open already. Resume where you left off, and I'm going to cover a few clickety-click components that will help you understand this material. So here I have in the data engineering with Databricks 60 lessons. What they call lessons is equivalent to chapters in Udemy. So under each chapter you have under each section you have some chapters. Each and every lecture is a video lecture that uses a combination of slides backed by narrative audio. As you can see, we will be covering Databricks architecture and services, which absolutely you must understand in order to use this product. How to create and manage interactive clusters, need to know what is compute, storage, all the good stuff, and the Databricks notebook operations. We will go on to learn Spark, transforming data with Spark. Here we will get introduced to how to create the data objects in Lakehouse, query files, and then we will also be doing some cleaning data activity. So there is a lab, and I will come to one caveat with respect to labs shortly. So we do the SQL user-defined functions, UDFs, Delta-like tables, deploy workloads in workflows, manage data access with the Unity catalog. So basically, we are covering what? Spark. We are covering Unity catalog, which is for data governance. We will be covering Delta-like tables. So high level, these are the components that we will be learning in this data engineering with Databricks learning plan, which consists of 60 lessons, 25 hours as per the estimate. So here is one thing I want you to be aware of. You can quickly look at the course introduction here and the skills that you would learn and throughout this entire course. Now, I want you to bring your attention to one particular point. There are some technical considerations. So let's look high level. You would need either SQL or Python, a basic level understanding of Python, which means what? Syntax, conditions, loops, functions, in order to use the PySpark portion. So this course provides the context for how to perform actions, either it's not either, both. Okay, both, using both Spark SQL and PySpark. So for SQL, you need to have intermediate experience with basic SQL concepts, and in order to cover the PySpark portion, you need to have a beginner programming experience with Python. So only start this course if you already have this prerequisite knowledge only do this course during this time frame if you have the prerequisite knowledge in SQL and Python required to complete these modules. So we will also be going through a high level a high-level overview of the components. So we'll be using Databricks Data Science and Engineering Workspace to perform common code development tasks. I don't know how much we would do development, but I'm looking forward to it. I've got 7 more days to go to do this. PySpark to extract data from a variety of sources. So now I have been doing Azure Data Factory, ADLS for a while, so I know we can do REST, we can do on-prem, we can do local, SSMS. So I'd be interested to see what are the different data sources that Databricks allows you to connect. Cleaning transformations and manipulate. Again, I've done this in ADF. I've done transformations in Alteryx, but we'll be doing it in the Databricks Spark environment. Schedule data pipelines. I've done it in Azure Data Factory, so that incrementally ingest. Well, I'm really curious what's the difference between doing incremental ingest and processing in Azure Data Factory versus doing your workloads in Databricks. So I'm really excited about this portion as a data engineer. And then create and manage jobs. Yep. We would be scheduling automatic jobs with multiple tasks, orchestration jobs, and then Unity catalog to understand about data governance, etc. So those are the 5. How come we don't have Delta live tables? Do we have that? Maybe in the advanced version. This version only focuses on Spark and PySpark. I don't see Delta live tables here. Okay, now the most important thing is technical considerations. Please pay special attentions. Databricks, you need DBR 11.3 version, which is what you would use when working through this course. But this cannot be run on Databricks Community Edition. Wah, wah. That's the free version of Databricks that you can download, not download, access on the cloud and work on your notebooks with. So I'll let you figure out how you're going to get access to full Databricks if you are already working with one of the partners or you have Databricks at your firm. I'll not dive into how to work around that in this video, but they do have 14 days trial of the full Databricks platform that you can download and experience and do the labs on. So this is, I wish they had shown this in big bold font that you need Databricks. The labs don't run on Databricks Community Edition. I have access to Azure, so I would be interested to know if without going for the hack, which is the 14-day trials, can I run my entire the Databricks related stuff in Azure Databricks. So the last module, managing, requires Unity catalog. Yeah, there's another limitation. The last module, which is managing data access with Unity catalogs, would require Unity catalog and workspace administration permissions to add a user group. So again, you might be limited by what you can do testing out the lab components if there are any hands-on exercises with the Unity catalog. So that sums up the Databricks learning plan, which is associated with what you need to earn the Databricks Data Engineer Associate Certification. Wow, I just said that without failing myself. So next on, we have the next level, which is the Data Engineer, the learning plan associated with the Data Engineer Professional Certification. So let me navigate back to my community and show you where you can access this. So again, go to the course catalog and they call it Advanced Learning Plan. So we'll just go here, platform. Oh, I know I registered for it. Okay, I know there is Delta Live tables. Did I miss something? Copy, paste, copy, paste. Oh, okay. My bad. Advanced data engineering concepts is also covered in the data engineer learning plan. So we just covered everything. Okay, the last thing I want to do is, because I myself am focusing towards learning Azure Databricks, I want to show you quickly through the learning plan for Azure Databricks Platform Architect Learning Plan. Okay, don't get intimidated by Platform Architect. Okay, again, my goal is to have a breadth of fundamental knowledge. I'm not intending to appear for this certificate I'm here for the learning, the good free learning. So let me take you to the Azure Learning Plan Platform Architect, because this is of use to me. And if you're on the same journey as I am, learning Azure Databricks or already using Azure Databricks and want some extra hands-on support knowledge about this product, this is the learning plan. So let's look at it. Again, you start with the fundamental Lakehouse Fundamentals accreditation that you need in order to access Azure Platform Architect accreditation. And what would you be learning is administration fundamentals, network and security fundamentals, cloud integrations. Ooh, important. Accredited Azure Databricks accreditation. Oh, they haven't launched this yet. Okay, so that doesn't tell me anything. So I'm just gonna go and start this learning plan, which I've already registered. Let's look into the details here. Preference architecture. Okay, so each and every single component is a separate module. So the way to navigate it would then be to come back to the Platform Architect Azure Databricks in the catalog, which is here. Go to your registered. Once you register the learning plan, go back to there. You can just access it through the Azure Databricks individual learning component, or come back here each and every time. Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I know I was. Okay, let me finish this topic. Squirrel Bay. The way you would come back to is looking at what you have already saved as your Azure Databricks platform modules from the main learning plan page, and come back to it. Add it to your course catalog, which would be here, My Courses and Learning Plans, and access it. So just gonna look at Azure Databricks. Quickly fetch me everything related to this. Yeah, so that's the 4 components. Introduction to Azure Databricks. Then we have Platform Architect. This is the second one, Cloud Integrations, Administration Fundamentals, and then the how to get the certificate part. So let me go back now. So that is how you would access the individual components. Just add them to your learning plan. Everything will exist in your My Learning, and start learning from there. Again, you have to be really specific what you want to learn in the remaining 8 days that we have. Yeah, so earlier, I just wanted to say you can also search by content code, which is ID, and it brings you up. So earlier I had said that data engineer associate, the relevant learning plan is data engineering learning plan, and data engineer professional certificate, the associated learning plan is the advanced data engineering with Databricks, which is this code, if you want to make a note of this. And let's go into this components. I'm also planning to go through this because in order to do a full end-to-end project, I need to apply the layers, the silver, gold, for my project that I'm doing in my course. So that's the reason I am doing it. Find out your reason why you're doing it. Just don't consume content for the sake of it or for the voucher. You could just do the simplest and still earn the voucher. There has to be a good reason, and the good reason is if you want to implement a full end-to-end project using applying the 3 different layers, silver, gold, and bronze, for a actual running project. That's my goal. That's why I'm doing it. Let's go through the modules in the advanced data engineering with Databricks. So here we have again several chapters. So let me look at it at a high level. Introduction, architecting for the lake house, where you are introduced to the medallion architecture, and then you have bronze injection patterns. You will know more about this when you do the overview. What's bronze, what's gold, what's silver. Promoting to silver layer, gold query layer, right? And then you have propagating updates and deletes, storing data securely, very, very important topic, access control, ACLs, and then orchestrating and scheduling. 7 modules. Yeah, I would expect that much concentration on this. Orchestration and scheduling with multiple multitask jobs, promoting code with repos, command line interface, REST API, and conclusion. And one thing I forgot to tell you is I'm not sure if we will lose access to these free courses after the Learning Festival finishes on December 15. So I highly recommend to download the resources, the courseware resources that are provided as part of each learning plan or as part of each course to your local system. Because while this one does have a kind of overview PDF, the data engineering learning plan does have notebooks and other stuff that you might find it necessary to practice on your own even after the learning festival finishes. So to recap, let me bring you back to the source. Your source of information is going to be go to databricks.com, Google the Databricks Learning Festival, look up the information. These are the courses that you would qualify if you take even one of the, I say course, but it's the all the courses in that specific learning plan. If you successfully complete it during this festival time, you would be eligible for a 50% off voucher. More details about the T's and C's of how to receive these vouchers can be found in this FAQ page. Then you would create a customer academy login, which will give you access to all the courses slash learning plans that are available on Databricks Academy. So here you would come to Databricks, come to the home, and you would be able to see, just go right to the catalog, look for the role specific learning plans. As I showed you here, data analyst associate or data engineering learning plan. Click through that. I am already enrolled, but you will see a free enroll button here. Enroll in the self-paced learning, and that will go into your my courses and catalog section. Set aside some time to spend on this. Go back to my courses and learning plans, where you will see, oh, here it is. Yeah, where you will see that learning plan exists in your personal course catalog. Access it from there. Make sure you download all the coursework resources associated with the learning plan that you're planning to take and practice them. Also, the lab exercises cannot be done on the Databricks Community Edition, so figure out a way. YouTube is your friend, or the internet, or ChatGPT, to figure out how you're going to work around that and make the most of the remaining 8 days in this learning festival. My intention is that there is data scattered all over the place, and I hope I have just simplified and made it easy for you, made it easy to understand which courses, which learning plans lead to the outcome, which is the 50% voucher. But hey, there's also the learning and how to go about it. Thanks for watching this video.